Welcome to my channel. My name is Emmy from Emmy Evolving. If this is your first time joining me, thank you for finding me. If this is not your first time, thank you for coming back. So I asked what this conversation was going to be about, and what I heard is so much focus on you. There's a lot of focus on you. I can't say that's a good or bad thing. It's just a thing. It really is. It's just a thing. And we're going to see how you need to move through this period, because we need to know. These are some of the things that we need to know so that we can make informed decisions for ourselves. Alrighty. Let us see. Good morning. So I'm live across, I think, like 9 platforms right now. If you want the most interaction with me, you should probably go over to YouTube, because that's where a lot of my attention goes. It's hard for me to look at so many different devices at one time. That kills my ADHD. Okay, I'm almost ready, guys. I'm almost ready. Here goes. Here goes. All right, we are now ready. Okay. So much focus is on you. I don't know what we're going to see, but ooh, okay, this makes sense. This makes a lot of sense, actually. So there's stuff that's really trying so hard. That makes a lot of sense. There's stuff that's really trying so hard to get you into a space where you are, how would I put it? You are being distracted. Something is trying to get you in your head. Something is trying to get you in some really ugly feelings. I don't know if it's feelings about yourself or feelings about someone else, but something is really, really trying. It's a lot of distraction that's happening. You don't need to be reborn. You don't need to experience this thing where you need to create a different version of yourself. No, you're fine just the way you are. You are fine just the way you are. So this could be something trying to get in your head about you needing to recreate yourself, something along the lines of you needing to rebrand, create a different look, create a different whatever it is. I don't feel like you have to. I feel like in this period that we've entered into, tremendous potentiality exists, but nothing will happen with that potential if you are too busy allowing yourself to be distracted from what really actually needs to take place, what needs to happen. There are things that are needing to kind of just be removed, right? There are things that are needing to be banished. Oh my Lord. Is this like another cycle of dark magic stuff? Possibly. If you want to learn how to protect yourself from other people's attempts to use dark magic, wickedness on you to try and take your energy, destiny swap, whatever other terms you want to use, go ahead and click on that QR code on the screen, or the link in the comments. That'll take you to where you can sign up for my Baneful protection. Oh no, that's not the right one. That's not the right one. It's this one, the Baneful Protection Workshop. If you're watching me on TikTok, simply go to the link in my bio, scroll until you find Baneful Protection Workshop, and that will take you exactly where it is you need to go. You guys need to know how to protect yourselves at this point. You need to be able to very efficiently, minimal effort on your part, secure your auric field. It's time. I don't know how much more people should be allowed to mess with you, derail your progression, cause you to revert, cause you to feel badly about yourself, see yourself in a distorted way. How much more do you need to tolerate? In my opinion, none. You don't have to tolerate anymore, like at all. And that Baneful Protection workshop, it's not about teaching you how to curse people. That's not what I'm about. There's people on the internet who roll like that. Those are fucking trick ass hoes. Jealous bitches. Um, yeah, when they do that kind of stuff to you, like you need to be able to negate that. You know how many people have tried on me personally? I don't even care to find out. None of that will be allowed to get in. Why? Because I move with integrity. Always. Integrity, transparency, and truth. That's how I always move through my journey. And the fact that my memories of how to defend myself against wickedness of this world was left intact tells me it is not an evil thing to defend yourself. There's so much focus on you. Who cares about that focus? The only time it will matter is if you don't know how to defend your space. You don't know how to prevent any of that from getting in. Okay. And that's a really important thing to know how to do. Now, if you can focus your energy on the things that you need to focus on, you know what happens? Fulfillment. Fulfillment. And for those of you who are like, how come she keeps looking to the left? There's another device there. You need to allow fulfillment to occur at this point. You need to allow yourself to enter into the spaces that you belong in, spaces of success, spaces that don't involve forcing yourself to operate within the realm of mediocrity. Some people are designed to be mediocre. Is that you? Are you one of those people? And you need to be honest with yourself. You need to be honest with yourself. If you're not designed to be mediocre, why are you forcing yourself to be mediocre? Why are you forcing yourself to exist within that space? And it's not about comparing to other people. It's not. It's not about comparing yourself to other people. This is about understanding how you've been limiting yourself in your existence. So, are you designed to be mediocre? It doesn't matter who's designed to be mediocre, who's designed to excel. All that matters is how you see yourself and the permission you give yourself as you go through your life. I accept I'm not designed to be mediocre. Not for my standards, not for the way I move through my life, not for the ways in which I have capacity that exceeds my own comprehension. Notice how it has nothing to do with anyone else. It has nothing to do with proving anything to anyone else. Everything to do with me fully living to my potentiality. So maybe that's all you need to do is shift your perception to allow yourself to accept you are being invited by your soul to live to your true potential. You can have all the potential in the world, but if you don't choose to live up to that potential means nothing. That's the reality of it. As long as you don't give yourself permission to enter into that space of living your potentiality, turning that potential into actual, then nothing happens with it. I would love for amazing things to happen for you. So much focus is on you. Why? Why is that? Why is there so much focus on you? Maybe you're a front runner for something. Now, that's not going to be true for everyone. I'm not going to blow smoke up your guys' butts. You know, I'm not going to tell you something just to hype you up if it's not true for you. I don't know who that applies to. But I know for many people in our community, this specific community that you have co-created with me, there are quite a few front runners. There are quite a few of you who are destined to be witnessed by tremendous numbers of people just being yourself. Have you ever asked yourself why parasitic people get so bent out of shape when they are no longer allowed to be a part of my community. Because my community, yeah, no, I own this space. Across all the platforms I'm on right now, I own that space. I maintain that space. It is my community. Why do parasitic people get so bent out of shape when they are no longer allowed to be in my presence? Because even their parasites know our community is meant for something grand. We are not elevated among others. And the only reason we would be placed in an elevated position is so that our light can shine brighter, cover more ground, and help more people find their way back to themselves. It is not because we are superior in some way. So all this attention is on you. What are you going to do about this? Is it good attention? Is it bad attention? Or do you just need to acknowledge, you know, there are those who are watching, right? And if they're watching, maybe I need to make sure that I hold myself in a way where the potentiality for them to be inspired to elevate themselves within their journey is very much there, is very much present. You don't need to know why someone doesn't like you. Oh, as a matter of fact, hold on. Hold your phone. There was a video that came on to my FYP. I'm going to share it with you guys. And Soul told me to download it. So here I am. I need to just go ahead. For those of you on TikTok, you're not going to be able to see it, but you're going to be able to hear it. And for those on all other platforms, you'll be able to see it. So this creator is DBA Wisdom Tree. And I'll put that on the screen so they get proper credit at DBA Wisdom Tree. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and play her video.
When you're really pretty and you have powerful energy, people trying to humble you because they feel inferior to you will also try to search for things they have in common with you. Because for people who put you on a pedestal above them, then being able to establish that you're not so different, that you're just as unimportant as they feel, levels the playing field. I used to have a friend who put me on a pedestal above her, tried to humble me more than once, but still insisted that we were the same. As long as your existence alone triggers an inferiority complex in somebody, you are not the same.
Did you hear that? That last thing that she said. As long as your existence alone triggers an inferiority complex in others, you are not the same. You are not the same. And their struggles, their issues, that is a personal circumstance they must deal with. Do not move differently. Do not allow yourself to see yourself differently. Just keep being you. Let's listen to that one more time, because everything she said, I mean, the whole pretty aspect, I don't know, whatever. But everything else that she said hits home so hard. Gonna play it again.
When you're really pretty and you have powerful energy, people trying to humble you because they feel inferior to you will also try to search for things they have in common with you. Because for people who put you on a pedestal above them, then being able to establish that you're not so different, that you're just as unimportant as they feel, levels the playing field. I used to have a friend who put me on a pedestal above her, tried to humble me more than once, but still insisted that we were the same. As long as your existence alone triggers an inferiority complex in somebody, you are not the same.
As long as your existence alone triggers an inferiority complex in others, you are not the same. And for many of you in our community, you have worked so hard your entire life to be just like everyone else, because you have had a painful, deeply painful understanding of just how different you are. Let's finally allow ourselves to enter into the period of our journey where not only are we okay with being different, we embrace it and we are happy that we are. It's amazing. It's amazing. If you allow yourself to enter into that space of embracing how different you are and no longer trying to be just like everyone else, no longer trying to fit in, no longer trying to stand out, you naturally stand out, baby boo. That's why so many people be mad at you all the time. You can begin to see things with much more clarity. You can. You can experience this space of stillness, entering into a space of stillness within yourself. And then you'll be able to see yourself much more clearly, much, much, much more clearly. Over the last several months, I've had quite a few people. There's quite a few. Some of them will do it on live streams. They'll ask me, how come so and so is so desperate to be just like you? Like you could tell they're copying it. I'm like, I don't know. I'm blocked. I wouldn't know. I haven't seen any of the stuff, so I wouldn't know. And even if I did see the stuff, I'm not them, so I wouldn't be able to answer you and give you a reasoning as to why. And then I became aware of something, and I was just like, oh, damn. All of that to try and tear me down, only to what? Actually try and beat me. That's sad. That's sad. So, why did I need to know that? Because I needed to understand I was right the entire time. It's about jealousy. I don't move in jealous ways. That's just not the person that I am. So, because that's not the person that I am, that's not how my heart is, that's not how my brain thinks, that's not how I see life, I will never understand why people move like that. So I can let that go. Sometimes you go through another cycle of whatever it was that almost destroyed you, whatever it was that hurt you so deeply that it forever changed the way you see other people. Sometimes you go through multiple cycles of that to help you see what a gift you are unto others just by being you. Because I mean, really, if I look back, how many of those type of people, that type, have said the same things about me, and I've wondered over the years here and there, am I just not seeing something about myself? Am I just like delusional about the person that I am? But I look back at every single cycle that I've been through, none of those cycles initiated by me. I look back and I see, wow, after these people try so hard to destroy me, you go back and you look at the content, it's recorded. Damn, I get it now. They just wanted me out of the way. They wanted everyone to be afraid of me, to dislike me, so that no one would see the ways in which they are planning and plotting and actually trying to copy me. That's some shit. I will never understand that. I'm not meant to, and I'm grateful. It used to really grind me like, I don't understand. Because I'm someone who information, learning comes to me very easily. It's like ridiculous. It comes to me very easily. So when I don't understand something, it grinds me like, I don't fucking get it. Why? You see, even if you don't see anything particularly special about you, I promise you guys, the person who is the most vocal about their dislike of you is the person who sees you with the most fucking clarity. They see you the most clearly. I'm excited that you found me as well. And, honestly, to me, that still doesn't mean anything, because someone else's understanding of me never fully translates for me understanding myself. I still will have to go through the process. I still will have to try and embrace who I am as I am, knowing that I'm continuing to change, knowing that people are witnessing me as I change, and there's nothing I have to hide about my process. Same thing applies for you. There's nothing you have to hide about your process. You think you have to be ashamed about the very process that's giving you a deeper, more profound understanding of yourself and your divine purpose? That's what you're ashamed of? The very thing that's helping you to understand and move with more clarity in regards to the gift that you actually were designed to be for yourself as well as for others? Stop. Stop. Mm. Mm-mm-mm. Oh, someone's getting emotional. I'm triggering someone. Mm. Mm. I'm triggering someone because everything I'm saying is resonating as absolute truth for them, and they can't deny it. That's okay. I was designed to trigger. I don't take offense to it at all. I don't take it personally. When someone gets triggered by me, it's kind of just like, okay, that's why you're here. Your soul wanted you to hear something. I don't know what it is. Only you will know. And what it means for you is understood only by you. So I don't take it personally. I hope in that triggering, you can hold yourself with some grace, though. I really, truly hope that for you. I think for many of us, we don't hold ourselves with enough grace, right? That's important. Because when you can't hold yourself gently as you are experiencing a period of feeling as though your life is crumbling, you can't continue to create. This fertility period is something that you need to take advantage of. See, I don't believe in taking advantage of other people. That's not how I function. I do believe in taking advantage of opportunities presented to me by soul, opportunities to expand my awareness of myself and my purpose, opportunities to dig deeper into the truth of who I am and what I'm here to do so that I can bring into actuality something that was once merely a potentiality. I believe in taking advantage of that. Absolutely. And when I take advantage of that, at no point am I taking advantage of another person. And people will try and claim that you are taking advantage of them. How? Because I can hold myself accountable. I don't see how I'm taking advantage of someone by utilizing my personal potentiality to the highest degree. Someone's eating top ramen, a couple of noodles. I can smell it. Mm-hmm. Those little freeze-dried carrots and corn. I can smell it. Hey, you know what? Yes, it is toxic for you, but damn, it tastes so good. Hot diggity damn, it tastes so good. Add some lemon to it. Some lemon and some Tabasco. Trust me. Lemon and Tabasco in your top ramen. You're welcome. I can't eat any of that, but by all means, you go ahead and enjoy. So you enter into that space of creative potential, right? Get very, very creative. Get very, very open to the different things that you could do, the things that can happen for you. Get passionate. Get passionate, right? Feel that excitement. And, as you enter into that space, there will be those who are watching you already, and they will oftentimes these are people who claim to love you. And the moment you get passionate and excited about, oh, you're going to do this and you're going to do that, and they're sitting there with their pocket full of pins, ready to burst your bubble. You know what? You know what? They could sit on their fucking pin and spin. They're trying to load your awareness with imagination, these imaginary things of failure. No, I don't believe in failure. I believe in redirection. When you're headed in the wrong direction, when you're focusing on the wrong things, your soul will redirect you. And if you are so rigid in your expectations as to how this will play out, you know what happens? You'll feel like you failed. You will feel like you failed. Feeling like a failure and actually being one are two different things. There's some people who exist on social media who think they're the shit, but are they the shit? No, they're just a piece of shit. Oh, that's me talking shit. Yeah, exactly, Blissful. They will say they just want you to be realistic, air quotes on realistic. Here's the reality. If you've never achieved what I'm attempting to achieve, you need to sit down and just watch me do it. People get offended when I talk like that. Why? Well, over the course of my life, the things that I've heard when I take that stance, oh, you just think you're better than everyone. I mean, do you feel inferior? Because if me stating my truth makes you feel inferior, I would say you think I'm better than everyone, not the other way. Because at no point am I thinking of other people and offending other people as I'm trying to achieve what I was built to achieve. Not built by me, not built by my parents, built by God. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. If you have an issue with the way I function, you might want to take it up with God. Don't even go to Jesus about it, go straight to God. And I just say that because, um, my brother in Christic consciousness has had enough of the bullshit of humans. Stop fucking involving him in your bullshit. Okay, let him rest. Let him take a break. It's been 2,000 years since he's had a fucking vacation. Let him have his motherfucking vacation. It's like he's been on vacation. He's not even here. And y'all keep calling him into the problem you create for yourself. Give my brother a motherfucking break. Let him enjoy his vacay. Just saying. I'm just saying. I 100% believe personally that a man named Yeshua Emmanuel existed. Absolutely. Leave him the fuck alone, though. He's helped enough. He's been involved in enough. Let him have a break. Take it up with God. You got an issue with me? Take it up with God directly. Right? So when people try and tell you to be realistic about what you're trying to achieve, you know what you do? You tell them, if you've never achieved what I'm trying to, you need to sit down and just quietly, very silently watch me. Don't even breathe hard, because I don't want to be interrupted as I achieve the greatness I was designed to achieve. Oh, they get so mad if you say shit like that. They'll go out of their way to make sure what you do does not become prosperous. Here's a good part. You never needed their permission to prosper. Bada bing, bada boom. How's that truth bomb hit ya? You're waiting for permission from someone you never needed permission from. And I'll share something personal with you guys. I remember years ago, many, many, many years ago. I forget what the conflict was about because there's just so much conflict in my earlier life. I remember my father telling me that I would never amount to anything. Unless I did what he said, I would never amount to anything. And that I would have a shitty life. I know he was trying to convey that he felt disappointed in me. And here's the thing. I continued to disappoint him because every time I would feel like I was about to fail at something, I would remember what he said and I would say, fuck that and fuck you. Watch me do what I do. And then I had a conversation with one of my siblings like a month or two ago, maybe around Christmas time. I was having a conversation with one of my siblings, and I don't know how the topic came up. I think he brought it up, but it was this thing of, I don't know if he even knows what I do, but everything I achieved for myself was in spite of him. At which point my sibling volunteered that he had shared with our father the work that I do and my level of success. And you know what my father said? I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. Ain't that some shit? Someone who went out of his way to convince me, his daughter, of my lack of value, my lack of worth, my lack of potential. And now that I just do whatever the fuck I want, he goes and says, I'm not surprised. I say it's evidence. I take it as proof that the people who have the most to say about you and what they say is really, really horrendous, hurtful, intentionally made to try and derail you, to try and control you. They know about your greatness more than you do. You see, what he wanted was to have the ability to control a powerful being like me. Because even as a child, I command my power. He wanted to be able to have the credit of, he told me to do this, and that's why I'm successful. He told me to do that, and that's why I'm successful. How about fuck you? I do what my soul says with zero regard for how that affects your ego. And I hope one day you find this video so that you know I'm not even angry with you. I just know your place in my life. It's nowhere near me. You've served in every way you're designed to serve. And your presence is no longer relevant to my journey. It hasn't been in a very long time. No. You can't hurt me enough to make me care at this point. And I know all the things that you said and accused me of. And the best part, in spite of you, this storyline you tried to present about me to whoever you could say it to. I had the courage to show the world who I really am. Every continent has people who know who I am. At my core, I'm a humble person. But if by chance you ever see this video, I'm known on every fucking continent. And what they know about me, it's everything beautiful about my mother. I am who I am because of her. The tears come because I miss her. Not because of any effect you had on me. I remember one conversation I had with Michael. Sometimes the greatest of us must be born of a monster to know how to fight them without becoming one. Shrink back into the shadows where you belong. You'll hurt your feelings listening to me more, because you'll begin to understand the gravity that you lack, the same gravity that I was born with. All the goodness in me comes from my mother. You just taught me how to be efficient in war. No, that's too much credit. You reminded me what I already knew through multiple lifetimes. I know how to survive the narcissists and the abusers. You didn't teach me that. You forced me to survive it. No credit to you. No credit to you at all. I will never give credit where credit has not been earned. So, to the people who do these things to you, the people who think they have so much more importance in your life, let them think what they think. None of it really matters. What matters is how you move through and whether or not you will allow them to diminish your dedication to yourself. Right? Exactly, Genevieve. Folks mistake speaking facts for bragging. You can be fickle and speak facts about your life just so people know, and they will take out however they take it. They will take it however they want. I'm often, well, no, not often. The people who are insecure within their own life, they hear the things that I say and the way that I say it, and they receive it as though I'm full of myself. And, there's that saying that I coined. No one really knows where these sayings come from. This one comes from me. It's a saying where I said, "Who do you want me to be full of? You?" Yeah. Be full of yourself and your awareness of the way you need to move through your life. You are no longer a fledgling. You are no longer someone who doesn't understand and doesn't know, and your lack of awareness can be used against you. That time is done. Stop playing small. Stop playing unaware. Stop, stop, stop. And once you stop that, then you can start, start, start. Right? Start what? Not start shit. That's there's no point in that. Start living your life, start living your purpose, start appreciating the way you function. I used to be ashamed of so many different aspects of myself. Why? Because my environment told me I should be ashamed. Why did my environment tell me I should be ashamed of my ability to put people in their proper fucking place? Well, because it makes me hard to control. Therefore, I should be ashamed. And what if I'm not? I don't do that to just anyone. You have to really earn that type of interaction with me. So, what if I'm not ashamed? Well, then I can function in the way I was designed to, as someone who is truthful, transparent, and so fucking powerful within my life that no one will tell me what to do. Yet, I can choose to remain open to hearing and receiving my effects on others, which I am. I'm very open to that. I'm very open to hearing from other people if I've said something that has shook them up in some way. You know what I'm saying? Um, I like to audit myself. I like to know the ways in which I could have potentially communicated something in a better way, yet still authentic to the way I communicate, right? Some people have asked me in the past, I mean, why do you have to put a disclaimer? You speak the truth, just say it. Because when I speak the truth, I want to make sure people are aware. I'm simply communicating something, and it's my hope it's not received in a way I don't intend, but I understand if it is. I'd like to validate how they are potentially affected by something that I say. And with that little disclaimer, it allows them to be open, like, okay, she's gonna maybe say something I don't like, but she's not trying to hurt my feelings. She's not trying to attack me. That's why, because I'm considerate. It takes a person of tremendous power to know they have power, but still remain in a space of consideration of others, right? Not just playing this role of listen to me, I'm powerful. Y'all, I don't see myself as any different than any of you. I don't. I still go through the same different processes. I'm just at a different space of self acceptance. That's it. Different space of self acceptance. And when you can allow yourself to accept yourself as you are, then things get a little bit easier. Things get much more clear. So the next card, vision, right? Vision, being able to see yourself with clarity is very, very important. If you can see yourself with clarity, the things that people say, all the gossip, high priestess of air in reverse, excuse me, all that gossip, people like to talk all this shit. They can never really actually say it to your face, right? They like to say all this fucked up shit about you to anyone who will listen. If you lose someone because of what someone else has said, and that person who's hearing it has not paused to ask themselves, how does this align with your personality and your character as I know it? That's not a loss. That's not a loss. There was this like family drama, right? It was like cousin drama. So my two younger cousins, we were like at a funeral. I think it was my mom's funeral. They had heard that one of our other cousins, who growing up I was super close to, they had heard that that cousin was having problems with their mom, which is my favorite aunt. And they're like, giving me all the tea, saying all this stuff. And like, can you believe that? And I was like, are you fucking stupid? Like, I literally, I asked them, are you fucking stupid? Like, you lived with them for a period. You know how they are. Does that sound like something they would do? Does that sound like their heart? And at that time, I wasn't even talking to that cousin, right? And they're like, no. I mean, and I was like, why are you even listening to that bullshit? That doesn't even involve you. Like, for real. That's like old people bullshit. Why are you involving yourself in old people bullshit? You know, all the oldies in our family be talking shit about all of us. That's just family dynamics, whatever. Every family has that kind of bullshit. How are you just going to blindly believe something because someone said it? That's fucking obnoxious to me. Hey, it's not a loss. If someone believes something without first assessing, does this sound like the person that I know? Does it track with their character, their personality? That's not a loss, because really, they don't know you. They're not trying to know you. They're not interested in the truth. They're only interested in the drama and being able to be entertained by your hardship. That's not a loss. Let those people go. There's so much focus on you right now. And for some of you, you're probably not publicly visible, right? And so you're probably like, oh, it's about my relatives. Okay. That's okay. They're just your relatives. That's it. They're just your relatives. Relatives do that kind of stuff. But I mean, it's not the truth. Okay, it's not the truth. You just said it. It's not the truth. Do you need to convince people who are not interested in knowing you? I mean, they're not interested in knowing you. Let them believe whatever it is. Those are people who you're being blessed by their absence. I heard that the other day, not from social media, but I could feel communication from my own soul. And it was this statement of, your absence is a blessing upon my heart. Let them be absent. Let them be absent. Let them. It's a blessing. That's less distraction and more potentiality for tremendous, powerful movement. So let them be absent. Accept and embrace the differences that exist between you guys, right? They can think whatever they want. They can do whatever they want, as long as you're not allowing it to negatively impact your life. No worries. No worries. Literally, no worries. Message. So for some of you, you got to be careful about the messages that you receive, especially if you're receiving these messages through a proxy, through someone else channeling messages for you. There's a lot of wickedness that's been released into this earth plane. You're going to see a tremendous spiritual mitosis occurring, like a polarization, and then the pinching off and the separating. You can hold hope for the people that you love, but just know you're going to have to accept whatever they choose for themselves. You know, you're going to have to accept whatever they choose for themselves. You can't dictate anything to them. It's their journey and they own it. So here's the thing. If you're going to give them that respect and uphold that sovereignty, their sovereignty to that degree, when they crash and burn from the things they decide, it's not for you to pick up the pieces afterwards. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Do you know how many people have sided with those who want to destroy me for no other reason outside of jealousy? And they actively spy on me and all kind of stupid shit. It's like time wasting shit, waiting for me to talk about so and so. And like, I don't care. I just move on with my life. And then time goes on, and that person who they sided with, who now they're seeing was rotten to their core to begin with, now that person is doing the same thing to them. And so they think they're going to reach out to me and have me protect them. And so, no, leave me out of it. No, I leave the past in the past. I don't rehash shit like that. I don't revisit those types of things. Why? Why should I? It's a waste of my time and my energy. Use your energy for what you want to build. And when people see you behaving in that way, then they can free themselves from repeating these same cycles, because now they're seeing you do it. They're seeing you do it, and you're not a horrible person. And yeah, maybe you're right to simply just keep living. Just keep living. Maybe seeing you in that space is them seeing the beauty in allowing yourself to heal, allowing yourself to have the opportunity to heal, right? Ooh, I like this. I like this a lot, actually. Hold on, let me see what else. Okay. Yep. So this period, for those who are willing to receive this message, you are being tasked to allow the healing to further. You probably already started some of the healing, right? You probably already started some of that healing. And you're just needing to have a little bit of validation, a little bit of encouragement. Oh, you'd like a card? I got these from Amazon. Yeah. So maybe you need a little validation. Maybe you need a little credit. Michael goes, Mika, let me deal with my attitude in the best way I possibly can. Okay, my attitude is my issue. So, going beyond normal. You have to go beyond normal. You have to allow yourself to get to a point where you're comfortable moving in massive swings to the left, to the right. You need to restore your full range of motion. Because what is life really? Experiencing the full range of motion and emotion. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Ah, the demons are coming out. That's okay. That's okay. Mihai, call in Archai. I'm preoccupied with sharing wisdom from soul. Call in Archai and have him establish a perimeter. What is already with you? Right? The greatness that you are, the potentiality that you think you're not worthy of, that path, that life, it's all yours. It's all yours. It's already with you. And it's just a matter of you allowing yourself to receive what heaven is sending you. Heaven sent. Heaven sent. Heaven, divinity. It's sending you a care package. Allow yourself to receive it. I mean, let yourself. It's time. Yeah, everything is trying to get you all upside down. It's not going to happen. It's not going to work. You need to take all of this in context. Okay. Focus on the light, right? The light is the truth. Focus on the truth. And you don't need to explain the truth to anyone. Much like a lion set loose upon the land, those who witness the lion know it for what it is, the truth. And those who don't know what a lion is and tries to fuck around with a lion, they will fucking find out what lions do. So there's nothing you need to be afraid of. There is nothing you need to back down from, unless you yourself are a liar. I like to think the people in our community are not liars. I'm not a liar. You know what I'm saying? Like, just roll with it. Roll with it. Focus on that light. That light is showing the truth. You know the truth about yourself. If someone points out something about you that is truthful, but it hurts you, it triggers you because you don't like this about you, okay, acknowledge how you feel. It's a collective read. Acknowledge how you feel, and then make the changes that are necessary so you no longer function in that way. It's simple. It's hard to do sometimes because it forces you to be accountable for your own behavior, right? So that's where it's hard. But if you can give yourself that space and that grace, then it becomes something that's much more feasible, much more doable. Okay. So beyond the mind, the heart beats. This is telling me that the rhythm of your journey has already been set. And you just need to go beyond what your mind is thinking, because really your mind hasn't let go of the caricature that you've played. It's this character that was created to appease the people who have been intimidated by the greatness they've already witnessed in you. I will tell you guys this, okay? If you really want to see the effects of playing small and really going deep into that people pleasing, watch my videos on Facebook. Watch my videos on Facebook from the very first video all the way through till the middle of 2019. You will see a compilation of all the ways in which I betrayed myself by trying to be excessively nice, excessively generous, looking the other way whenever I needed to correct something or someone, look the other way, let them think their behavior and disrespect is okay. No matter how much you martyr yourself, these motherfuckers will never have enough. I say that with passion, not anger. It will never be enough. You will never do enough, give enough, punish yourself enough for their preferences. To prove to them that you're a good person, you're a nice person. They never saw you as nice. They saw you as easy to take advantage of. That's something I had to learn the hard way. I say, I'm not a nice person. I'm actually genuinely kind. I genuinely care and I genuinely want to help. And because I presented it in a nice little package with a bow, little box that I put myself in. I think to this day, some people still think that I'm like 4'10" or something like that. They think I'm this tiny little thing. Hey, yo, I am full size Asian. Full size, spicy as fuck too. You guys are going to get what you teach people to give you. It's not what you deserve. It's what you teach people to give you. I taught people to poop on me. That one of the most sacred spaces on this earth, this space that I share with you to empower you, to give you so much comfort in being yourself, that you can finally choose to heal yourself. Not let me heal you, but choose to heal yourself. And I let people into my sanctuary space, and I let them treat it like a porta potty because I thought that was kindness and compassion. It's not. It's called insecurity and abandonment problems. Yeah. I figured if I let people do whatever the hell they want, because I know I'm strong enough to handle it. I mean, have y'all, yeah, you all wouldn't know because y'all never met my father. I knew I could handle whatever ugliness people threw my way because of my own history. So I let them. And I thought it was a show of compassion, but really all I was doing was teaching them how to maltreat me more efficiently. Those days are gone. Unless you want to be raked across the back and face with the claws that God gave me, you should leave this lioness alone. You really should. I was equipped with everything I need to claw my way through the motherfucking darkness that people try and enshroud me with. They fucked with a lion who wore bows in her hair and then got upset when she used the fangs and the claws that she was fully equipped with from birth. I used to feel bad and ashamed. And then I realized this shit's fucking funny. You didn't think the lion would know how to use the very thing she was born with? So now my show of compassion has nothing to do with being nice, has everything to do with just being authentic. So people know, hey, you watch me even for one live stream, you know, like this fucking bitch will let you know what the fuck did she just say to that person? I spoke my mind, is what I said. Yeah, I spoke my mind. Yep. Did I intend to be mean? Well, I mean, did it come out mean? Or was I just trying to entertain myself at your cost because you volunteered? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. All you got to do is watch at least, I don't know, 15 minutes of one live stream and you'll know, because I'm no longer hiding. I'm no longer hiding. And no, I'm not proud of the fact that I can make a grown person cry easily with no effort just by speaking the truth to them. But I'm not ashamed of it either. You get what you ask from me. And if you ask me to be the wall that will slow you down in your bullshit, baby boo, I could be a big wall. I could be a big motherfucking wall. Or I could be the softness of a nest that will hold you gently as you cry your sorrows to Creator. I will hold that space for you with no expectations of anything. I will hold that space and I will remind you you are worthy of this type of love. This is a part of your birthright. You know, no, you don't owe me anything. Absolutely not. This is a part of your birthright. This is a part of my purpose. So, as a matter of fact, not only do you not owe me anything, thank you deeply from the bottom of my heart for allowing me to serve my purpose that much more. That much more. Right? And that's all. Allow yourself permission to be who you are. Don't stop yourself just because you're afraid of how someone can pull you into a space of reactivity. You need to not destroy that button. That's a powerful button to have, but you need to put that button away safely. You don't just leave it out in the open so any old interloper can press that button and completely deplete your energy, right? Exactly, Jessica. Exactly. Jessica says authenticity, truth is either kind, warm, energetic hug or kick in the ass that's needed. Absolutely. One of my really good friends who is just family to me at this point. Um, they said to me one day, because I was having a little moment of introspection that was bringing up some of my old, very, very old um, insecurities. And it's this thing of like, do I really always need to be the one to say something to put someone in their place? Because like, I don't like that about me. I don't like that. And um, this family of mine says to me, well, that's how you know they're so out of control that their soul brought them to you. Their soul crossed their path with yours because really you're the only one that could actually put them in their place so that they can reset themselves. Paraphrasing, of course, paraphrasing, right? I have felt both from you. Both were valid in the time they were received. Thank you for that validation, Jessica. I truly appreciate that because although I'm capable of it and I speak openly about it, I do still struggle. I do still struggle with, sometimes needing to be that deeply felt correction for someone else. Yeah, I don't like that. I don't. But it is what it is. There's nothing you need to change about yourself. Alchemy in reverse. There's nothing that you need to erase about yourself, your character, your history, the things that you've been through, the things that you've learned. I'll tell you this. So I'm clocked in at over 13,000 clients at this point. Over 13,000 since 2017. I know I'm a workaholic. So over 13,000. And I am a very deep observer of people. I quietly observe pretty much everyone. Not to condemn you, but I just like to see how your words, your comments, your energy, your intention, how they flow together. Do they align, or are you trying to? This is one thing that I just I got to share this with you guys. I'll have people who will be with me for a prolonged period, like months, maybe even years. It's usually just months though. And they'll like swear up and down, Emmy is so honest, like damn, she's so psychic. She just fucking knows, like she knows. And they'll see me call people out on their bullshit and their lies. And then something happens, they I don't know, it's usually they get breached. They get breached. And suddenly it's this thing of, despite seeing all of that, they think they can be the one person who can lie to me and get away with it. And I usually just sit there like, oh, okay. Gotcha. um, gotcha. Really? Wow. Oh my goodness. And in my head, I'm like, are you really? You're going to say I'm kidding, right? Oh no, you're serious. You really think you can lie to me and hide your intention? I'm good. I'm good on all of this. I usually won't call them out. I'll just quietly back away. Why? You should call them out for what? They know they're lying. They know they're lying. They know damn well what they're doing. Call them out for what? Say the obvious? You know, and I know you're lying. It's just you don't know that I know. You convince yourself that I don't. That's fine. I will never change that part of me that knows and now accepts that I know. Formation in reverse. There is something working diligently. It's potentially using people in your life, or it's potentially using your own fears, using your dream time to try and, I don't know, to try and convince you of something tremendously ugly about you. It's trying to, I don't know. I think it knows whatever this is. I think that it knows that you are struggling through your own process right now. You are not allowing yourself to recognize how much credit you're not giving yourself. You're not allowing yourself to accept you're not allowing yourself to accept that you really have done as much as you know you have, right? So then what needs to happen? What is it? I think what needs to happen is you need to just accept. You need to just accept that you've grown in the ways that you've intended to grow. You've healed in the ways that you've intended to heal. And you're right now in a space of not quite knowing because you've leveled up already. Oftentimes, people don't realize the reason they feel so unsure, the reason they feel so lost is because of the fact that they have, in fact, leveled up and they're now operating and viewing themselves and their life from a different perspective, a different point of view. You're higher up on that mountain, so things look so much more different. And that's a context that maybe most of you are missing. Whenever I don't feel like myself anymore, I pause and I ask myself, have you been breached? Well, I mean, if I'm going to be truly transparent, I don't say, have I been breached? I say, bitch, I know you ain't breached. Is you fucking breached? That's how that convo goes. And then, of course, I reach out to my most trusted. And I'm like, girl, do I feel weird to you? Do I feel demonic to you? And they're usually like, no, you feel like you're going through something. I don't know. You don't feel demonic. And I'll be like, okay. Oh my God. I thought I was breached for a second. I think I just leveled up. That's how that goes. And I would say 9.9 times out of 10, it was just me leveling up and seeing myself and my life differently. And I got confused. Right. But you have to be able to be honest with yourself. Some people will hear what I'm saying and they'll use that as an excuse to justify how they've changed because they actually have gone full-blown demonic. You got to be able to be honest with yourself. That's crucial. If you can't be honest with yourself, then you just need to accept that you lie to yourself and you can't trust what the fuck you trying to tell yourself. And that's the first part of being able to heal that wound. Okay. You don't have to be dishonest with yourself for the rest of your life. The moment you can acknowledge that you have been lying to yourself is the moment you open yourself to healing that. You don't have to stay that way just because you realize that's how you've been thus far. So all of this, all of the things you're experiencing, it's designed to throw you off center. It's designed to make you question who you are and to not have clarity about what's happening. That's fine. If you just let yourself shine like the little motherfucking diamond you are, I'm talking about VS1, baby. VS1 diamond, baby. Y'all don't know what a VS1. It's okay. I'll tell you. VS1 is basically a flawless diamond. The color is just like basically pure white. It's clear, the clarity, there's no inclusions. It's just top notch. I don't like diamonds though. So if you just let yourself be the diamond that you are, your life will begin to make sense. Why do I say that? Did you know when a diamond in the rough is first removed from the earth, it looks like any other rock? You really don't know what it is. It's just this clump. The diamonds, as you know it to be, the diamonds that are graded, the diamonds that you pay thousands upon thousands of dollars for, these diamonds that have created blood conflicts, in order for them to in order for them to be showcased for the value that is placed on them, which is it's a fabricated value, they need to be cut repeatedly. The diamond has to be cut, turned and cut, turned and cut, turned and cut. And the more cuts in that diamond, the more faces, the more facets, the greater the brilliance we witness with our bare eyes. So let yourself be the diamond. That means allowing yourself the permission to go through the process that will cut and polish you. Every face creates another facet, and every facet creates more shine. And as delicate as that stone appears to be, it's one of the hardest things on earth. It can cut other things. Some of my most, because I love power tools. I do. I love power tools. And some of my most favorite power tools are ones with diamond tips. Yep. Like the blade for my saws. I have diamond encrusted blades. And no, not in the way you think. It's just basically like their powder, like little crushed portions of diamond that's then placed on that blade because it cuts nice, very sharp. Yeah. So diamonds are not that rare. I'm sorry to say. If you think you don't have enough intrinsic value because you are just like everyone else, yeah, diamonds are actually rather common. They are. If you look into the history of campaigns for diamonds, the value, the societal value of a diamond increased after the De Beers campaign way back when. They shifted the value of the diamond by shifting our perception of what its value is. People will say something like moissanite has no value. It's a fake diamond. Actually, it's not a diamond at all. I can look at it and know that that's not a diamond. It shines differently. It shines like a rainbow. Moissanite, even clear moissanite, it shines like a rainbow. That means it carries within it all the rays of creation. Did you know unnaturally occurring moissanite was created through chaos and destruction? It actually doesn't naturally occur. It's a byproduct of a meteorite. You want to see raw moissanite? This is not lab grown, it's raw moissanite. And it's not gem quality. This is moissanite. It's born of chaos. It's born of extremes. And even in its darkened state, its brilliance still shows. How about instead of trying to be a diamond, if you're not one already. How about you just be whatever you are? Everything is watching. Everyone is watching. So much focus on you. So much focus on you. If you understand the value of something, see, people oftentimes will purchase moissanite jewelry because they want what is a status symbol. They can't afford the actual status symbol. So they want something that can pass as that status symbol. Moissanite is not a diamond. It will never shine like a diamond, and a diamond will never shine like moissanite. I like moissanite because of what it does. Look up the metaphysical properties of moissanite. I remember one time several months ago, I, for the first time on a live stream, was wearing something of mine that contains moissanite. And oftentimes I don't show what I'm wearing. I'll keep it in my pocket or something like that. I keep it tucked in my shirt, whatever. And I had been wearing that piece all day. And the energy of it was flowing through my auric field, and I was amplifying that energy naturally. Well, the funny thing is, I wore it because of the metaphysical properties, not because of any other thing having to do with any type of status symbol. I have never in my life had so many people comment like, oh my God, your energy is so different. You feel so expansive and powerful and peaceful. It's like power and softness all rolled into one. Your energy is just so different. I didn't say anything. It was the moissanite. I have quite a bit of moissanite pieces. I typically don't wear them. A lot of my pieces will just stay in a box. I have quite a bit of moissanite. I have quite a bit of moissanite like this as well. Yeah. I have one that's like, it's like emerald right in there. It's just like pure emerald green right up in there. Look at all that. And no, this is not treated. This is actual moissanite, raw moissanite, not gem quality moissanite, raw moissanite. I have smaller pieces of moissanite that I'm supposed to put on the website, but I haven't. I haven't. Y'all know how I am already. I'll put more crystals on there. Don't worry. I say be yourself. I say finally give yourself permission to be witnessed as you are, because this whole concept of people don't love me, people don't like me, but is that true? If you've never been yourself in front of others, how can you say that? What they don't like, what they don't love is the character you're playing, this role that you're playing. That's what they don't love. That's what they're not accepting. What do you have to go through to enter into a space of your most authentic existence? I think for the most gifted of us, we go through the most difficult things. I know what I had to go through was not being in the room when my mother died. That was the last straw. For me personally, that was the last straw. And it was at that point that I lost my willingness to play nice and play a role and be what other people demanded I be. It was at that point. I know exactly when I changed. I know how it changed me. I like to refer to it as the last gift that my mother left me. I like to think you don't need to go through something so intense. I could have chose to change and allow myself to blossom. I could have willingly chose that, but I didn't. And my mother's passing was not a punishment. My absence during her passing was not a punishment. It was the greatest show of compassion for a process I did not have the maturity to know in advance that I would be going through. Finding a way to find gratitude, genuine gratitude for every aspect of your life is powerful. It ensures that whatever is broken is only what's needed to be broken away from you, and that the parts of you you've already begun to heal don't get negatively affected by the process to clear away what is unnecessary. The focus is on you. You're being invited by your soul to come forward. You're being invited by your soul to finally begin truly consciously living your purpose. You've been living your purpose, but not aware. If you'd like some accelerated assistance in recalibrating yourself, we have 2 more days before the quantum potential event is taken offline. You could still purchase. I only have 2 spaces left. For those of you on TikTok, you would need to go to the link in my bio and then select the quantum potential event. There's only 2 spaces left, and in 2 days, and it's April 2nd, 222. And in 2 days, I'm going to be removing that listing, and you will no longer be able to participate. This is a 2-day in-person event, 2 tickets left. Box office closes in 2 days. And I'm telling you this at 11:11. I like that. All these numbers, 4, 2, 11, 11. 2-day event, 2 tickets left, will be gone in 2 days. What? Love it. So with this event, I'll be teaching whole being wellness. I'll be teaching you how to finally begin addressing both your physical and spiritual needs to re-enter into a space of true health. I'll also be teaching soul-based business topics, and this is going to teach you how to really open yourself, like really truly open yourself to the messages of soul, so you can get that guidance. You can allow yourself to finally unplug from a matrix that was designed to oppress you. They don't want you to be independent. I'll tell you this, so long as we continue to operate within a system of false fiat, you will need to earn a living wage. That's the way they ensnare you. When you work for someone else, that is how they ensnare you. When you work for yourself, when you own your own company and you're doing what you naturally do anyways, what I do here in these live streams and private sessions, it's what I naturally do day in and day out. This is who I am. There is no character to be played. There is nothing but me. My God, the way your pathways of abundance open up, the way those pathways open up, and the way you are provided for by soul. I still can't wrap my mind around the way my life has changed. I can't. I work from home. I don't have to leave my children. I'm with my children day in and day out. I do what I love. I'm appropriately compensated for my effort, for my presence, for the gifts that I've spent my life cultivating. I'm surrounded by community. There's nothing that I want. No, I'm not rich. I'm talking about all the things that I used to be like, God, I would be so happy if I had that, if I had community, if I had this, if I had that. I have all of that now. Why? Simply because I finally allowed. What if you don't know what your natural gifts and talents are? I can help you figure that out. It sounds like you would benefit most from a private session, Steph. I can help you figure that out. You know, one of the things that's so rewarding for me because it validates my clients, it validates each person, is when I have a booking that is a soul-based business mentorship. That's a private session, soul-based business mentorship. And the person is telling me the things that they like, some of these crazy ideas that they have. And I'm like, well, okay, that's funny because this is what your soul is telling me. Or on the flip side of it, we'll begin the session and I'll begin telling them like what your soul is telling me, some of the different things that soul is presenting as viable opportunities for financial stabilization. And you're like, oh my God, I've had that idea since I was a kid. Okay, why were you ignoring it? Why were you ignoring it? That's what your soul was telling you what to do already. And they're like, oh my God, so I've been hearing my soul this whole time. Yes, babe, you have. You have. You've been hearing it. You've been gaining the guidance. Singing is what my heart has always done, but you can't work that. Why couldn't you work that? What are you singing about? Are you singing songs from your heart? What is it? What is it? Or are you trying to create a product that can be sold to the masses? You know, when I first became publicly visible, that's when they first began allowing live streams. That's when the live streaming function on social media was first rolled out. And people who have been with me through this entire time, they have absolutely seen me go through all kind of stuff. They know when I first was rolled out and publicly visible, and I say that because I don't want to be publicly visible. My soul has instructed public visibility. So when I was first rolled out and I was doing energy work, I was using my hands, how I do my energy work. And everyone thought, like, what the fuck is this girl doing? Like, she's so weird. Like, what is she doing with her hands? Is this like, why are her eyes closed? Is she like falling asleep? Does she have narcolepsy? All of this craziness, right? That was end of 2016. Show me one energy worker right now who does not do energy work with their hands. Everyone thought I was crazy. Do I get credit for that? No. No. Who cares? I know. I know that by people witnessing me, sitting in my authentic space and doing what I was created to do, it gave them the courage to also do those things. It is, whatever. It is what it is. It is what it is, right? So just because it's something that comes naturally to you does not mean it's something that cannot be monetized to help take care of you. And these people in the spiritual communities will tell you, oh my God, that's wickedness. She's trying to use people. No, absolutely not. Your gifts are a gift to you first and foremost. For those who know my history, you know this. You know this. You know how much I gave while homeless, living in a parking lot. You know how much I gave, how much I did without. And it did not change anything. Right? And I'm not ashamed of that period of my life. It's the most beautiful, most peaceful period of my life. It granted me the opportunity to finally welcome myself back home. But I had to learn some really difficult lessons while being publicly visible in that way. I learned that people have been conditioned. It's like that monkey experiment. Have you guys heard of that monkey experiment? There was an experiment that was allegedly done. I don't know if it actually was done, but it's information I came across years ago. So they took a whole bunch of monkeys, they put them in a huge cage, right? Huge cage. And that cage had a structure in the middle. It's like an outdoor enclosure that structure in the middle was high enough that all the monkey had to do was climb to the top of it and it could get out the top because there was a hole at the top of this cage. And they could use that center structure to get out of the cage to their freedom. And so the experiment went like this. Anytime a monkey climbed onto that center structure where they could climb their way of their own volition to their freedom, they could free themselves. What the experimenters did was they used a high pressure hose and they hosed down all the other monkeys. Not the one that was climbing out to freedom, but all the other monkeys. And it did not take long for all the other monkeys to attack the one that was climbing out. And they no longer sprayed the monkeys. The monkeys just did this. Are you a fucking monkey in a cage? Okay, because if you're not, stop attacking people who are doing the work to free themselves from the oppression that was created for us to live in perpetuity. If people want to tell you God gave you that gift for free, so you should give it away for free, I am telling you right now, God gave you that gift so you would have a way to take care of yourself and not be enslaved to a system that will never give you the luxury of time, energy, and focus to further cultivate your skills. If those people want you to give your gift away for free, those people need to go out of their fucking way to abolish false fiat. They need to feed my family. They need to pay my bills. They need to pay for my housing and my medical costs. And I promise you, I will fucking give everything away for free the way I always have. People don't understand the value of their existence. For most of my life, I gave everything away for free. I still give so freely. I give so freely and I normalize it to the degree that people don't understand the value of what I am giving openly. Whenever I do free scans, and people don't know this, especially people who are new to me. Whenever I do free scans, it's like no big deal. It's a fun thing. For me, it's a fun thing. It's a fun thing. You know, I like to help people. What people don't understand is every single scan that I do for free, that is $350 that I'm taking out of my pocket. That is a service. I used to charge $350 for it. I don't do private scans anymore. Why? Because I would prefer you spend your money on a service that will correct what the finding is rather than paying to find out what's wrong. I would rather, if you're going to pay for something, you pay for the solution rather than the diagnostics. So that's a $350 gift I'm giving to each person. If I do a free scan on you for $350, I do it for free, and my heart moves me to work on you, that would be considered an etheric medi eval. That's about a $1,900 session I'm doing completely for free. I'm not even bringing up prices. I'm just like, do you mind if I do something for you? People don't understand your value until you make your value clear. They don't. So last night I was live for, I think like hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. And towards the end, I did quite a few scans. Towards the end, there were 2 people who were having neck problems that was shooting into their head and they were in pain. I worked on both of them. So 1,900 times 2. Did that completely for free. Not to mention all the people whose pain I alleviated because of the overspray. So there were, I think, like 40 something people there. So 40 something times 1,900 plus the 2, 42. Well, that's as a conservative number. 42 times 1,900. And then after that, there was a person, Tata was there. Tata had a headache all day. And she let me know that the headache was much better, but it was still present. So, well, I can't leave you that way because my heart moved me to help. I'm going to help. I want that headache completely gone. So I go ahead and I work on Tata a second time and further overspray. So that's another, again, conservative ballpark number, 42 people at $1,900 per session. Let's do a little bit of math here. So 42 times 2 times 1900. That's $159,600 worth of sessions I gave away for free in a 2-hour period. It's no biggie to me. Not because I'm rich, but because my heart moved me to help. So I help. That doesn't mean, though, that I'm tasked, obligated to live in poverty just because I took the time to cultivate these gifts that I was born with. Let your mind wrap around that. Giving for me is second nature. I give so freely of myself, people don't understand the value of what I'm doing. It's when I start to crunch numbers, people begin to understand, like, oh shit. Whoa. Let me make sure I did that math right. That sounds like a big number. 42 people. I think there was like closer to 50, but whatever. 42 times 2. Okay, so 84 times 1900. Yeah, $159,600 worth of sessions. That was probably like a 30-minute period. Well, damn, I could have built the sanctuary with that amount. Don't let people convince you that addressing your needs and making sure you're living a stable life is somehow selfish. I promise you, those people who say those type of things to you, they're not going to pay your bills. If you get hospitalized, they're not going to pay your bills. They're not going to start a GoFundMe for you. They're not going to make sure your children are taken care of. They're not going to make sure you don't go homeless. They're not going to buy you groceries. Why listen to those people? Why listen to them? There is this individual who's saying all this stuff months ago about, like, oh my God, I'm a scammer, this and that, because I have an actual legitimate church and I have an actual legitimate church space called the Soul Sanctuary. And they were so pissed off that, oh my God, she charges how much for her classes? Tell me one other person on this earth that teaches the gravity of what I teach. She don't even know what I teach. It can't be found online. And then fast forward several months. Oh, guess who's having live streams titled Sanctuary? Guess who wants to have a church as well? Word to the wise, if you want to have a church and you're accepting donations on behalf of that church and you have no nonprofit status, that's actual federal crime. That's financial fraud, which can be reported by anyone. Let me tell you, when I have the capacity to fucking destroy people, and I just like, yeah, it's not worth it. People need to have more appreciation for how civil I actually am. And if people think that I operate based on hearsay, no, baby boo. Anything I say is backed by hard evidence. Hard evidence. That's financial fraud. If you are accepting donations on behalf of a church that is not properly formed and has nonprofit status, that is financial fraud. Abso-fucking-lutely. All it takes is one report. With evidence, of course. Anyways, I gotta go, guys. So you're being watched. Oh, and that's not the only evidence. There's other parameters that were not properly addressed that could be reported to the FTC, and the fines for those things are thousands for the first offense. I already have evidence of it as well. Yeah, it's fucking funny to me. Some of these influencers think they're playing with an influencer. No, baby boo. You have to take into consideration the gravity of what God is asking me to do. If you take into consideration the gravity of what God is asking you to do, hopefully you'll begin to understand your worth. You'll begin to understand that you are protected from all angles and you have absolutely nothing to fear. So long as you operate within that spectrum of truth, integrity, and transparency, there is nothing you have to fear. Not even the people who intend with their maliciousness to try and destroy and dismantle what you're building. Don't do it. Don't be afraid. Don't back down. Maybe you're the very thing that will teach them how to behave like a civilized person in a civilized world. Don't be afraid. As long as you are living in truth, transparency, and integrity, do not be afraid at all. Okay? Everything will be put in its proper place for you. You have to just get out of your own way and you have to allow your soul to do what it is trying to do on your behalf. Let it happen. Let it happen. I got to go. I love you guys. Make sure only 2 days left. It's going to be taken down by Saturday morning. 2 days left for the Quantum Potential event. And there's only 2 tickets available. 2 days left to purchase. And ooh, I just got a notification. Fuck around and find out. It's someone needing to find out something right now, Michael? I'm not even joking. Is someone needing to find something out right now? Oh, I think there might be a person who's finding something out. All right. Bye, everybody. I hope everyone has an amazing rest of your day. I love you, and I'll see you again whenever I'm able. I'm going to try and do the 4-4 fire ceremony. I'm going to try. Depends on my booty. My booty is starting to cooperate.